Drake is suing Kendrick Lamar over his diss song that he performed at the Super Bowl. Oh my goodness. So, what in the world is going on, you all?
What?
So, you heard me correctly. If you watched the Super Bowl, you know that Kendrick Lamar did his diss song that was talking about Drake, where millions and millions of people watched. It was the most watched Super Bowl so far. And I remember when I was watching Kendrick's performance and I heard the diss song, I was like, dang, like so many people are listening to this. And I was thinking about Drake, like, oh my gosh, what will this do for his career as far as on this world stage, if you will, being broadcast as like, just, if you heard the song, not like us, just listen to it. And it's absolutely a diss. And so Kendrick, in that performance, he actually did not say all of the original lyrics, but if you don't know, in the original lyrics, there's some serious accusations about Drake. And what Kendrick did during the Super Bowl, he changed up the lyrics and said something to the effect of something like, I know you like them young. Okay, so you can kind of get an idea of what Kendrick is talking about. So I'm finding out, just like you're finding out, maybe right now, you already heard, but I'm telling you that Drake is like, hold up, no, that's defamation of character. You know what I mean? And so he's suing. Now check this out. UMG, Universal Music Group. All right, so both Drake and Kendrick Lamar fall under the umbrella of UMG. So now UMG is like, Drake, what are you doing? I'm paraphrasing, you know what I'm saying? Like, Drake, what are you doing? This is crazy. This is like, nah, this isn't cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm trying to process that. Like, okay, I get it. Just think of a huge, large organization, corporation, and they has different, I don't know, departments, divisions, whatever you want, but it's still working for the same corporation. But yet one department or one division is going to sue the other division. And so I'm trying to do the math with the money. Okay, so how does that work? Okay, hold on. Just bear with me for a little bit. So if Drake wins this lawsuit, is UMG going to pay Drake? But Drake is falling under UMG. Child, it's crazy out there. It is crazy. And I'm telling you, I'm like, okay, what do you think? I kind of understand. I kind of understand where Drake is coming from, because I'm not going to lie. Like I said, I was like, all these people are listening to this. You know what I mean? And I'm like, and I'm like, what will this do? Like, as far as Drake's new album, how will people look at Drake? Because let's rewind before the Super Bowl. So this tick for tack, going back and forth, Drake and Kendrick were doing all these diss songs, right, about each other. And it was a competition. And if you're aware of hip hop, there's usually always some type of competition going on, some beef type lyrical competition going on. And so this was happening like on the net and social media, and everybody was chiming in and voting for who they thought won. Okay, so a lot of folks thought Kendrick won. So I'm thinking like this, okay, it's one thing to have this within social media. Those who are really interested, who follow these two, are fans of these two, will be tuned in. I was tuned in, okay? And I get that. So that's kind of limited in the scope of, how much damage will this do to their reputation. And what I do understand is, once it moved to like the world stage, now it's broader. Now it's reaching people who maybe were not in tune with the lyrical beef that was going on. Maybe they weren't even fans, or I'm just saying, just think big picture. Just think of all the different people that are watching the Super Bowl football. Some of these people may not have even listened to their music. I mean, it's hard to say because they are pretty big superstars, Drake and Kendrick Lamar. But so imagine being introduced to this. And so let's just take a step back. If I'm trying to put myself in the place of the person who is watching the Super Bowl that really was not in tune, would they really know what was going on? Would they really understand the lyrics? I mean, they hear the lyrics, but would they understand the beef? Two sets of people here. You have the set of people who are fans of Kendrick and Drake. They understand, they're in tune with hip hop, all right, and they understand the beef. And then you have a set of people who perhaps have not really tuned in to these folks, and they're like, okay, well, it was just a song. But I'm not gonna lie. Like I said earlier, after I saw the Super Bowl, I said, dang, man, that's like kind of embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie. But at the same time, now I'm thinking like, but you was beefing lyrically. So what's the difference? And some people may argue, well, what's the difference? You engaged in this beef. It was online. It was on social media. So why now all of a sudden that you want to sue, Drake wants to sue because it was performed with a larger platform? So I'm kind of like, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Guess what? If you stepping up to the plate, you ready to play. So that's the way it went. It just so happened that Kendrick's song took off everywhere. Everybody loved the song. And a lot of people voted that he won the lyrical battle. I see both sides. And I definitely see, like I said, I don't know, y'all. Somebody tell me, since this lyrical beef, has Drake put out a new album? I don't think so. And so I'm just like, how does Drake come back from this? He's going to have his hardcore fans no matter what. But I'm like, dang, man, like in this lyrical beef, the people spoke. It was like Drake was crushed. Now, I'm a Drake fan. I'm just going to tell you. And I listen to the different lyrical tracks, the beef tracks. And I was one of the ones, I thought that Drake won. I'm just going to put that out there. I really did. Because I like to listen to lyrics. I like to listen to wordplay, how they put things together, how it makes sense. I'm the type of person that really listens to everything. And I listened to both several times. It was the one that Drake did right before put out the infamous one that we know now, Not Like Us, right? And I just thought Drake crushed it lyrically. And I did listen to Kendrick's over and over again, and he had some good lyrics as well. But I just felt like, but I'm just gonna, after some time, it was like, okay, this song by Kendrick was just so catchy. You started seeing people doing little dances on social media, TikTok, everywhere. And so it did kind of rub on me like, not like us, not like us. And look at it. I think this song, did it get a Grammy? Like, dang, man. Like, I think it got a Grammy. Somebody fact check me. I feel like I'll look that up. Do I have my phone? I left my phone. I will look it up right now. And I'm like, dang, how in the world, if true, right? Fact check me. How you get a Grammy off of a diss song, man? And isn't that the ultimate blow to an ego? What do you think? Do you think that Drake is suing because his ego was hurt and maybe he's facing potential struggles with getting back on the hip hop, whatever, some may say R&B scene? How do you come back from that? Now, I can absolutely tell you can come back from that. I feel like you absolutely can. You have to have one, good promoters, good marketers, good team, things like that. But I feel like when Drake comes back with a new song, really a new album, it needs to be just fire. Like, don't hold back. I mean, because he's going to have to rise above all of the hoopla that Kendrick did with his diss track. Even though we know Drake has been around for a long time. But this one thing, and I don't know, maybe this will go down in history as one of the most maybe controversial or most impactful diss beefs, lyrical back and forth. It could be. It's too soon to tell. But what do you think? Do you think Drake is right in suing? And what do you think about, like, how is it going to work out? Like I said, they're both under the umbrella of Universal Music Group. Do you think he's going to leave UMG? Like, how does that sort out? I don't know. It's very, as people say, messy. It's messy. It's all the way messy. So listen, tell me what you think. Tell us, everyone that's looking, tell me, tell the world what you think. Feel free to drop your comments. I'm serious. And by the way, who do you think won? Do you think Kendrick Lamar or Drake? I know I'm resurfacing this, okay? We're going back at it again. But, of course, like I said, the people have already spoken and said Kendrick won, as you can see. But anyways, I'm just curious to know what you think. And how do you think Drake can come back from this? Okay, make sure that you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. I'm going to be dropping new content really soon. And I will see you later.